Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Rabbi.
In Mishna Beitza, Parak Aleph, Chapter 1, Mishna Test, Mishna 9. Okay. Beis Shammai say, Ein mishalchen b'yamtiv elamanais. You want to send your friend a gift of food, it has to be prepared portions. The food that you send over to him must be ready for eating at that time. If it's not ready for eating, right, you send him a chicken, right? Now, he could shech the chicken, right? It's possible for him to eat the chicken on Yontif. However, Beis Shammai say that if it's not actually ready to eat then it's likely that he's not going to eat it on Yontif. Mm-hmm. Don't forget, it's only one day Yontif here. It's likely he's not going to eat it on Yontif, which means that it comes out that the sender expended the effort of taking the animal and sending it, and nothing's really going to come from it. And therefore, Beis Shammai say, you can only send ready-made food. Mm-hmm. Now, Beis Hillel say, Meshalchen behema chaya v'oif. You can send a domesticated animal, a non-domesticated animal. Want to send a deer? You trap the deer and send it over to your friend. V'oif, or a bird. Bein chayim bein shchutin, whether they are alive or slaughtered. Makes no difference how you send it. Mm-hmm. Also, Meshalchen yeinois shmanim uslasais v'kitnius. You can send wine, oil, flour, and legumes. Well, now, all right. No, that's not true then. Now, wine and oil don't need any preparation, right? Flour, when you do with flour, you got to bake it, right? Kitnius, you got to cook. So the fact that it's not ready made, it's not ready to eat, according to Beis Hillel, that's not a problem. As long as what you need to make it usable on Yontif is something you can do. You can cook on Yontif. You can shecht on Yontif. You can slaughter the animal on Yontif. Then Beis Hillel say that's enough to be allowed to give a gift. And the way they explained it here is, as long as it can be eaten on Yontif, one may send it. Their reason is that, this is what they bring down from the Rashba. Their reason is that the very act of sending a useful gift increases one's joy, enhancing the celebration of Yom Tif. Sounds like I send you something, and I'm sending you something that you could use. That increases the joy of Yom Tif. That increases your Simchas Yom Tif. So therefore, Beis Hillel say you're good to go. Avol, but even according to Beis Hillel, loy tvua, you cannot send grain, because how are you going to make the grain usable? You have to grind it first, and you can't grind it on Yom Tif. Grinding you can't do on Yontif. Grinding grain is typically done on a large scale, and therefore it cannot be done on Yontif. So being that what I'm giving you couldn't even be prepared on Yontif, if you wanted to, that already Beis Hillel agrees you're not going to be able to send. Rabbi Shimon mater b'tvua, and Rabbi Shimon is the most lenient, and he says no, you can even send grain. You know why? Because you can't grind it, but you could cook it. You could roast it. Now. That is not.
You could also grind it in beshinui, or with the wooden.
No.
I thought we said
that was chopping. That was the case before. That was the case before. First of all, that was by burr, or that was by the tavlin. That was by the chopping of the tavlin. Okay. That's not going to work the same way by grinding grain. Okay. So at the end of the day, Rabbi Shimon says, you're right. Now, Reb Shimon agrees that's not the likely use of grain. Typically, it's not done that way. That's not what it's used for. Nonetheless, Reb Shimon says, being that it could be used that way, you can send it. But we pass on like Beis Hillel, that at the end of the day, since grain is usually ground into flour and not used for something else, and not cooked or not roasted, therefore, you're sending something that could not be prepared and really used on Yontif, and that you cannot send. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You can probably send the